What is happening, folks, and welcome back to another episode of the Punchline Podcast. I think we're at episode 12 or 13 now.
Yeah, I think so.
What a mad couple of months.
Yeah, it's been crazy, hasn't it? Even there, the other day, whenever you invited me up to do the Crocker Donovan fight, asking people's opinions, things like that. I think it's been crazy from that. You get me on, asking me to go out of my comfort zone a bit. So yeah, it's been crazy.
So if anyone seen the episode, our last episode last week with Marty Kays, they would have heard the man with the voice for radio, Chris Cash, in the background asking a couple of questions and jumping in. But so we thought I'm just back from Germany and stuff there. So rather than trying to rally guests, we thought we'll just you're a wee
Bring
face
me
on it
on.
now. We'll bring
Bring
you
me
on and we'll just have a bit of a yarn and a bit of a recap because it's been a mad few weeks. But you were buzzing when the whole podcast idea came around.
I was. I was excited for you. I thought it would do really well, and the fact that it's the Punchline Podcast, talking about boxing, everything that you're all about, and what a lot of Belfast is about. To be fair, I think it was a great idea, and now we're here.
Now we're here, and now we're flying, and here you are with a face on it.
This is it.
Yeah.
This is it. Back in business, baby.
If this is episode 13, I don't know if this is an unlucky one or what it is,
Oh,
but I
hopefully
mean,
not.
we're here.
Hopefully
You've brought the
not.
coffee, so that's good.
That's all right. We're off to a good start.
So, obviously, we'll just give people a wee bit of an introduction to you. So,
Yes.
you're local here in Carrick to the gym and stuff.
Yes.
And you came into the gym 2 years ago.
Yeah, about 2 years ago. Whenever I first came into Evolution, it was more a thing to, push myself and try and give myself a different outlet. I wasn't doing, the best things for myself at the time. And I was lucky to have, this club so close to my house. It's literally like a 3-minute walk from where I'm from.
And what was you weren't doing the best things? What sort of stuff were you at?
Well, to be honest with you, it's not a great thing you want to admit, but I was smoking dope, doing things like that. Being a waster, to be honest with you, mate. I wasn't doing things that I thought that I was capable of doing, and I needed a change. And honestly, thanks to you, Ian, and the people down here in this gym, I was able to turn my life around in a very positive way, and I've noticed massive changes. Even in my mindset, having discipline, days where I'm really tired and just coming down and having this almost family here for me. It's been brilliant.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It is. It does become like a wee extended family, doesn't it?
It does.
for a lot. But mate, you've made some great changes, and I remember you boxed there in was it the Antrim Novices, and I remember having a conversation with you after it, saying, or I think it was after it or before it, the guy this time last year.
Yeah.
Could you ever have pictured him here?
never. And it's so weird for me too, because in my house or in my room or whatever, I'd be up thinking about boxing and wanting to take part and achieve anything in it, to be fair, and to get into the ring and push myself completely out of my comfort zone. You're scared, that's the feelings you get. And win, lose or draw, it's all an experience. So getting in and doing that, it showed myself, I'm capable of things, you know what I mean, and I'm capable of doing things that I never thought I would achieve due to my past habits. So yeah, it's been great.
It's just creating new habits, really, isn't it?
Yeah, sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, you're okay. Go ahead, mate. Listen, the stage is yours today. The stage is yours. You called me the fucking co-host on another video,
no,
so you lead it. You know,
this is it. What can I say? But yeah, even there, you asking me to do the MCing for the awards night.
Awards night, yeah.
Yeah, that's something that was completely out of my comfort zone, and getting up and speaking in front of an audience there, and yes, okay, it was in Dobbins Inn, and it's all people that we know. It's still scary though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But bit of Dutch courage, as you say.
Yeah.
It brung it round for me, and
you were brilliant that night too.
Thank you very much.
Everybody said it. He was like, Chris was phenomenal.
Thank you.
Absolutely brilliant. But no, it was good. We talk about it a lot on episodes of like everyone sees the boxing club and just thinks I was in there to box, but there is much more to it.
Definitely.
There's confident, like small. It's all about the small wins.
Yeah.
And with the small wins, then you get your big wins in life.
Yeah.
But you've broke a load of barriers in yourself.
Oh, big style. I actually, like, originally, like I said, I started here due to like mental health and wanting to better myself. And like, honestly, it's been the best thing I've done. Breaking barriers, internal ones. You know what I mean? It's made all the difference to me, and even my family and all, or friends have seen a big change in me too. So
that's good.
It's more than a sport, as you say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It really is. It's more than a sport. Being able to come down to a boxing club, speak to people in the club, trauma bond. And
You said trauma bonding, yeah.
Trauma bond. You're all doing something that's difficult, and you all push each other through it. And by the end of it, you're really, delighted with yourself. No matter how hard the workout is or the training session, you all have something to, be bonded by.
Yeah.
So that's very important. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah.
And so, where do we start really on the recaps? You were sparring. You were doing a bit of sparring with. We'll start with the most recent one with Big Andrew Patterson.
Oh my God!
You were in with him.
Yeah, he's an absolute an absolute beast. To be fair, he really does look like a Viking, doesn't he?
He does.
He looks like a Viking.
He even his ring entrance and everything. So we were obviously, as you know, just more for the viewers. Andy came to the gym 4 to 5 weeks ago. I wasn't here that night. I think I was away with Preston at one of the fights, and he had texted me basically to say, look, I loved it here. Can I come back?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I'll see you Monday. One thing led to another, and then we ended up where we're going to Germany for this fight.
Unbelievable. You actually met him, though, through the podcast, didn't you? Was it? Or how did that come about? You two actually coming into contact with each other?
So he followed me on socials.
Right.
He had been following me for, I think, a good wee bit. From I was involved in the pro game, I think. And then a mutual friend of ours had sort of said, here, there's a guy, Andrew, good guy, mate, can you shoot him a wee message and whatever. I don't know if he was going to having a hard time or whatever, I can't remember, but can you shoot him a wee message? He follows you. And so I sent him a message. And he messaged back, and then it was a few months later, I was commentating on a show, and I was looking through the fight card, and his name was on it.
Right.
So I said to Phil, where's your man, Andrew? And he goes, there, he's coming in now. So I made a point, I was like, right, I'll go and
You can't miss him.
I'll say hello. I know once you see him, you can't, but I'll go and I'll chat to him. And so we chat to him when he was getting his medical done and stuff, and from that, he just kind of kept in touch, and then the next thing was, I seen him at another show I was commentating on. He was fighting a glove fight. And after that, then he just sort of had says, look, a few weeks later, can I come down?
Yeah.
And do a wee bit.
The power of social media, isn't it?
Yeah,
and now he's here, and he's a great addition to the gym. You know what I mean? Even seeing him come in and stuff. When I first seen him, I was like, oh, he's scary. You know what I mean? And that's whenever I'd said to you, I actually want to spar with him. Because of that, but even though he's far heavier than me and all that there stuff, and he broke my face nearly, do you know what I mean? But big fella. And I seen too the fight itself. Unbelievable. Two warriors.
Absolutely.
Do
that. Absolutely. That was. I remember saying to his manager Stephen Rook, where we're just walking to the change rooms, and I says, "Look, listen. I have kind of been around in the boxing sense, but you're more clued into this bare knuckle thing than I am. So if I'm missing anything or whatever, you just, being pitch in." And he just says, mate, it's kind of along the rules of boxing.
Yeah.
So you just don't worry about it. You'll be grand. But then when they're going out, it's like you're just looking at it. It's like the ring on this occasion was like an octagon with ropes, and it was like, it's just the atmosphere was different, and it was mad. And then the fights all started. At the time, you're kind of in the zone, aren't you? You're working, but I remember taking a moment after it and like just like looking out into the crowd, looking at Andy and then Yuri, his opponent, and just going, this is flipping nuts.
Yeah.
This is insane.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How many of these boys need locked up in a psychiatric
No,
ward?
100%. 100%. I've seen too, like, watching him being here and him getting ready for that fight. You seen the difference in his mentality as the fight got closer. You know, something like even him shaving his head and like getting ready for it, you know, that warrior sort of mentality. It's almost like, maybe for you, I don't know if this is true or not, but no way you were in Rome and in the Colosseum and the gladiators. Being there, could you see the similarity? You know?
Oh yeah, 100%. I actually, I had a weird look. Now, I haven't even mentioned this, right? Now, two of my mates will be all over this, Phil and Lee, but I haven't even mentioned it. I even mentioned the word yet, and I'm goosebumping at the thought of this, right? When I got to Rome, every time I looked at the Colosseum, like walked past it, I would get goosebumps. Like I genuinely felt like a connection to it. When I went in as well, we got a VIP tour and got in the Hypergeum, the bit underneath where the gladiators would have been and all. And I couldn't help but like touch the walls, but it just felt. The place felt like it was vibrating or something. Yeah. It was like the place felt alive, and you could, for me anyway, I could really sense, even like today, I could sense like the atmosphere when we were down underneath in the Hypergeum. Obviously, we were with the tour group, and they were showing us. There's a wee video, and it says basically this is the path the gladiators would have walked from the other wee bit across the road from us. They would have walked underground. They've got part of the floor covered, so you can kind of get an idea of like how dark it would be. You could kind of hear like people walking above you and whatever, but it was lit with torches, obviously, back in the day, the wooden torches.
Right, okay.
So there was just a moment there, the tour was going, I'm goosebumping like mad here.
I can see it
There was a moment, and I was standing, and I was like, I just need to like disconnect here a second. And I like turned and just kind of like looked down the strip, and I had the visual literally of it being pitch black, just lit with, I could smell, torches. I could like, there's lions down here, there's everything, because we got the lowdown of what was going on in the place. And I had a second, and I was like walking down here. In today's world, you take this walk into the changing rooms, you take this walk to the holding pen before you walk out, you know, when your music goes, you know there's one guy out there waiting for you.
Yeah.
You know who he is. You've had weeks to prepare for him. I kind of put myself, like, if I am standing here back in the day, you can hear the crowd, like 50, 70, 60,000 Romans, maybe more, in the place. You're standing down here, there's lions going off, the smell of flipping swords getting sharpened, guys getting trailed past you, limbs off.
Unbelievable.
You're down there hearing the floor bits, you know. Am I going up here to one guy? Am I going up here to five?
Yeah.
Am I going up to what's waiting for me when I get up there? It's like, I got that sense. It's like, how...
Did you feel the nerves almost then?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
No, genuinely.
Yeah.
I genuinely did.
Death too.
I genuinely did it. I tried to say to my missus and stuff, I was like, but hard for you to understand because you haven't actually like fought. But Lee, my mate, I said to him about it. He's like, I honestly get it. Like,
yeah.
And then you were walking around the bits where they kind of led you out through where you would have been brought to like walk out and all. And my heart and all was like,
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
it was.
I can picture that.
But Rome was a mad experience. But yes, the being in Germany at the Bare Knuckle kind of gave me. I was looking at it going like, people look at this and go, it's barbaric and stuff and whatever, but it is as close to well, it's not even as close. It is.
Yeah.
It's the boxing and the fighting at its rawest form.
Yeah, yeah.
Safeguarded in a way, obviously, with a referee and that, and in the rules meeting, I attended the rules meeting, scored just like a boxing fight. You can't walk forward with your hands open, the hands must be closed and stuff. The only bit was there's no standing counts.
Right,
So
okay.
you could be on the ropes taking 50, 60
Getting
punches.
hammering.
Yeah, but the count doesn't start until your knee hits the ground.
Right, okay. Oh.
So that was one.
Yeah.
you know. But what I did find was as well, and I was looking kind of like at statistics. So people can go on and comment on this, but the statistics actually say that it is safer than the professional glove boxing.
Right.
And I kind of found this intriguing because when I was on the plane going over and all, I was kept trying to like watch stuff. I was like, "How? Like, I need to try and figure this bit out because
Surely
I
not.
couldn't fathom this in
Yeah.
my head." But so what they're saying is, and I saw it with my own eyes though. Guys are walking out, fights are over inside. Some of them are done and dusted inside a minute and a half.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Some are done inside a minute.
Right.
And then you get a fight like Andy's where it was it went to the
war.
wire. Like it was a war. But what they're saying is the statistics claim is that when they walk out and they touch for you and they hit you in the sweet spot, kind of you'll go down. That's it. Fight's over.
Yeah. Okay.
Where in the boxing again, there's no standing count.
Right.
So if you need a breather, take the knee.
Right. Okay. Yes.
Then they make the assessment to stop or whatever, right? But with the glove fighting, that one punch with the raw knuckles that takes you out in the bare knuckle sense it rocks you with
Right.
gloves,
Right. Okay.
but it keeps you on your feet.
Right. Okay. So you can take more punishment.
That's it.
So you can. Right.
They say you take more in the glove boxing.
Right.
Would I be promoting any of my lads to go into the bare knuckle? No.
No way. No way.
No. I saw Andy before it, but I also spent the night with him after it.
Right. Okay.
And I just remember looking, going like, "What the hell have you done?"
Aye.
You know, like what
Cut
are
the
you-
ribbons.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't, but his hands were smashed.
Yeah.
He had a wee kind of lump on the side of his head, and he had a black eye coming.
Yeah.
The worst bit for Andy was he got a tear in his ear. I
Right.
think that was like the most.
I'd seen it flopping.
Yeah.
There in the video.
And that's literally what he said in the fight. He was like, "It was something flapping in my head. Don't worry about it. Your fucking ears hanging off." So what happened was, I think the guy went to clinch him, but we had a thing that's like every time he goes wide, we'll stay narrow.
Yeah.
Punch down the middle, or the right uppercut, which you seen us
Yes, he
drilling in
did.
here, was real effective. He never missed with it. He never missed any time he threw it. So I think. And he done very well at getting his head and stuff out of the way. I think that was kind of the difference. Like, good, everybody says fundamentals, but it was good schooling.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to come into boxing, especially the bare knuckle, and be the top dog. But no one ever thinks of how am I going to survive if
Yeah.
I can't finish him?
Yeah. Yeah.
So as you saw, you were part of the training with Andy.
Yeah.
There was a lot of defence. There was a lot of kind of shielding, turning shots away,
Yep.
and tying up and stuff. So which he got the AT, but when his opponent went down to come in for a clinch, it was like a tie clinch.
Yeah.
Andy kind of bounced a punch off his shoulder. Then your guy went to grab him and he hit him an
fired him,
uppercut.
yeah.
But if I push you, your kind of first instinct is to go
Yeah. Yeah.
grab to stabilise.
Yeah.
So as your man's hands were kind of there when he caught him, he nipped his ear.
Right. Okay. And
Caught
that's
his ear.
That's what happened to him.
Yeah.
Right.
But just it was flipping madness. But I was just kind of in awe at him at the end, like looking at him going,
Yeah. What a warrior. Huh?
yeah. I remember I looked at in the world title fight. I remember looking the first world title fight I was involved in. I remember looking at Kakachi like that, going, like, you are just a throwback. You're
Yeah.
just something different. And I got that with
Andy.
I got that more so with them lads.
Right. Okay.
It's like,
Barbaric, but like in a good way.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
and I think the difference with Andy was we taught him how to box a bit.
Yeah. That was good sparring
Straight
too.
punches.
With him and Ed.
He had
As well. It was perfect.
You could not have got, shout out Ed Smith, you could not have got better sparring for his opponent
Yes.
than we did with Ed. And that is kind of the difference here too. It's like Ed, I was able to sit down, show Ed the fights. Ed watched them in his own time.
Yeah.
And then we came in when sparring was about to start. And okay, right, here's things that I've seen that he does. Ed would have agreed, or I would have agreed with Ed. Right, so what we need to drill, I think the biggest threat is this. If we move here, so let's keep giving him them looks and
Yeah.
getting them. because we didn't have a lot of time with Andy, really.
No.
Now, for his next one, we will.
But he was like a sponge, though.
An
Speaking of that.
absolute sponge.
Yeah.
And another thing was, when I looked at the highlights off the fight on the screen and stuff, there was things, even when he was under pressure a little bit in the second round, that he was, even under pressure, he was trying to do.
Yeah.
You know, the wedge.
That's rare.
The bounce. He was doing that under pressure. Like, he was trying.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
You could see that there then from the limited time you had with him. The sparring with Ed, mostly, you know what I mean? I only had a wee bit of sparring with him, to be fair, but I thought it was unbelievable that he could do that. And the fact that Ed was so alike in stature to his opponent too made a big difference. And the pressure Ed put on him in sparring was, you know, it was a great replicant of what happened. Yeah. But just to bring this to another statement here, Ian, speaking of gladiators, what about his Zen speech? What about his Zen speech?
Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained? Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe. But I know. Gladiatorial indeed. For a Viking as well. Like.
Yeah.
But we actually had a bit of a... So, I chatted to Andy. He was episode 2 on the podcast and stuff because we were trying to help build him at that point. I knew he had fights coming up and whatever. But I didn't really know him. And then when he's been in here working, you only know him as like fighter and coach. But like with all of you lads, all my other fighters, I get time with you outside. I make points of being away or outside or doing things with you to get to know you as an individual.
Yeah.
I never really had, any time I was with Andy, it was always, because of the limited time, it was always about training or always about boxing.
Yes.
But getting the time away with him, I kind of got to see him as the person.
Yeah.
You know, I got to see him in the room and messing about and, you know, and it was good. But what he did lack prior was low self-esteem.
Right. And that's
lack of belief.
It's hard to think about that, you know, a man of his stature or, you know, even his build or whatever else. You'd think someone like that would be filled with confidence, you know, they could take on the world or whatever too. But it shows you, you know, it's what's in your head.
It's what's in your head, and it's kind of like what you said at the start with you. It was like pushing you out of your comfort zone a wee bit.
Someone else having a belief in me.
Reassuring you that, look, I'm going to pull you out of this, but I'm with you here when I'm pulling you out. You're not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, and that's kind of what we did. We just, over the 4 weeks, we just mentally built him and physically built him. And he went out, and we actually had a chat. I said, "Do you ever watch Gladiator?" He says, "Yeah." I says, "There's a wee bit in it." Because Andy went out there as the opponent. Like, Yuri was the star there.
Right.
You know?
Right, yes.
And I said, "Did you ever watch Gladiator?" Yeah. Long story short, I said, "There's a bit in it." And he tells kind of the Dominus, like, what he really wants. I want to be in front of I need the Emperor to come to me and whatever. And the Dominus says, "Win the crowd and you will win your freedom." And he says, "Yeah, I know that bit." And I was like, "What did Russell Crowe say?" He said, "I will win the crowd and give them something they've never seen before." That was literally a seed that we planted in his head in the room like a couple of hours before. And you watch everything from his walkout.
Yeah.
His objective before the fight even started was and go to Germany, take the Germans off the German.
Yeah. And that's what he did, to be fair. That's exactly what he did.
Do you know, he really, really did. And then he got his wee speech at the end. And I thought he spoke great. And his phone blew up. He literally became a sensation on the scene.
Yeah.
And it only took him 6 minutes to do it.
Unbelievable, that.
Do you know what I mean? It's mad. But I think that overwhelmed him a wee bit too. He was like, "My phone is blowing up here and all."
Yeah.
Take it, mate.
Yeah, 100%.
Bathe in it.
100%. He's earned it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely did.
And the respect between the two fellas as well. You know, Yuri and Andy afterwards when they both bowed to each other. You know,
Yuri's actually... Yuri and his team and stuff, he's actually a really good guy. Like, you know what I mean? And I never thought for 1 minute he wasn't, but...
Yeah.
They were all just sound lads out there, you know. But while I'm on this, I need to touch on it, and I'm gonna bring them the Mad Hatter onto the podcast. Rory McCarthy. So we were in Amsterdam airport, flew from Belfast, got to Amsterdam, and Andy says to me, he says, "Were you joking when you said you packed your gum shield?"
Right,
And I was like, "No, mate, I always pack it because you never know." And Marty Kay says you get free sandwiches if you
there
pack
you
it
go.
out.
That's true. He did say that.
So, I mean, I've got my gum shield packed. He says, "Well, there's a boy here. He's decided he's just not getting on the plane, so he's kind of, you know, I mean, there's a fight there. What weight are you?" So if I knew I wouldn't get murdered when I came home and I could go into it without any kind of mad repercussions, I'd have took it. But I had says, "Oh, I might have a fella maybe." So we were chatting back and forth. Next thing was, right, Rory's coming. Rory got on a plane the morning of the fight. I think he flew to Munich, then got a train and stuff. Like it was mad.
Fair play to him.
Right? No, like it was mad. And he arrived, so they had to do face-offs, media and their medicals and stuff. Rory literally, or Andy was doing his face-off and stuff. Rory literally arrived, said hello to us all, and they called his name.
Yes.
To go into the...
That's crazy.
Like that, he literally arrived with that time to spare for the face-offs. So he done his wee face-off and stuff. Got out and he goes, I'm starving here, lads.
Yeah.
Like, so the boys, they took him for something to eat. And then it was time to go to the venue for the fights. Andy got his hands wrapped. Rory got his hands wrapped. There was 2 fights between them.
Yeah.
And Rory went in and stopped the can the first round.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. That's unbelievable.
But it was great. Your man, he's like, he knocked him down and stuff and whatever. Yeah. And he was like, what's wrong? I want to fight on.
Yeah.
You beat
That's
him.
a fighter, though, isn't it? That is.
I says to him, because he had asked about coming on the podcast because he has some news, massive news that he would like to get out there prior to me meeting him in Nuremberg, you know?
Right, yes.
And he came out, and that's what I said. I was like, some men are just built different, mate.
Yeah.
Like that is, it's one thing coming over to fight, you know, 3 rounds with 10-ounce gloves or whatever on. Right. It's another thing coming over going, I've only trained twice this week.
True.
Or, you know what I mean? Or haven't really been.
Like the preparation for
I
it.
was grabbing it. He was saying, like, look at that. No, look at that. But even then, there was a wee thing said to him, and it actually fired me up too. So you've been brought out over here to this promotion before, and you always come out here the underdog. And you always win.
Yeah.
And that's it. As soon as I heard that, I was like, there's literally no pressure on you, mate. You're supposed to lose.
Yeah.
Like, this boy's expecting to smoke you here.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think the last thing I said to him before he fought, I was like, you just take this at your pace.
Aye.
You take this at your pace. You're the man here, like.
And he went out and he smoked him.
And he went out. I think he threw about probably 7 or 8 punches. The 8th one was a knockout. Like.
That's crazy.
It was madness. But I think as well too, so your man didn't beat the count. Then the referee kind of counted to 10, then called time. And took him back to his corner, and Ray was like, "What's going on? Ray, just relax a minute." Then they stopped it like on a cut. The referee says he poked him in the eye. They were like, "No, he clearly didn't."
Yeah, yeah.
So then they played back the footage, and one of the officials were like, "Nope, knuckle on the knuckle of the hand."
Right.
So that was okay, and they were like, "Oh, the cut is too bad," or something. And that's what Rory said, and I said it too. He was like, has he not just watched Andy and Yuri? Like, Yuri was cut to ribbons.
He was,
he was smashed.
His eye was like really badly swollen too.
He was smashed, but
his ear was flapping there. So
Andy's ear was flapping just.
Good thing there was no wind, he would have caught flight.
Any sense that's left in Andy's head must have come out the left the gap, flip side, because he's wanting to do this again. But I think they've invited him back in December.
Right, okay.
So I think we're going back to Nuremberg in December. So that'll be good. I think this time will be different for him because he'll be going out, and now kind of Andy's the beast.
Yeah.
You know, Andy's the man.
Yeah.
And I think it'll be
their confidence too.
Yeah. And I think out there, especially with the people and the promotion, it'll be a different experience for him.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Which he deserves. Do you know what I mean? He came to combat sports really late, and he's doing things right in the sense of, I'm not just even saying this because he's with us now, but a couple of people have remarked on it who are experienced in the field of the bare knuckle and the fighting and stuff. He's doing things right. He's establishing a solid team around him. Uh-huh. You know what I mean? He's got a good strength and conditioning coach in Kells Kelly. He's down here for his boxing. and his manager is. I've met a couple of managers, as you know, like through the years, and Stephen's one of the boys.
Right. Okay. He's 100% then.
He's flipping, like, I mean, something happened. He was like, "Oh, it looks like I'm fighting 27th." What? You know what I mean? Stephen's one of the boys.
Yes.
So, and it was good to kind of meet him and chat to him and stuff. But no, it was good. But it's been a mad couple of weeks. The week before, we had Zoe out.
Yes. Brilliant fight.
Yeah. What do you think of it?
I thought it was great. I thought she used her jab very well. The 1-2s, everything she was practicing as well in sparring. Taking it into the ring with her. She's like a sponge, and then all of her experience too in the amateurs, winning the nationals, everything else. I think she's a great competitor, and it's great for the boxing scene to have Zoe on it.
Yeah. She's she did. She done well. Like that girl she fought to was a
kickboxer.
3 or 4 time world champion.
That's crazy.
I think Zoe handled her well. I think the opponent done a wee bit of crying after it, but
right, okay.
You watch the fight back.
I seen the fight myself, so did I.
You watch the fight back, and it's clear to see. You know what I mean? But it's very clear. But he's kind of calling for a rematch. But it really doesn't. Now it really doesn't make any sense for her.
No,
she's been offered a chance to fight in the Ulster Hall here.
That's a great venue.
For tickets, everyone's just watched her kind of.
Yeah,
box that girl.
Will
as many go back, to watch her fight her again right away? I don't think so.
Right, okay, aye.
So the kind of think the roadmap, I was talking to a promoter, was Zoe wants experience, she wants activity. At senior level in the amateur boxing, she isn't really getting it. She's out once or twice a year, and then it's walkover or whatever. You're having to take her away to box cups. Yeah. So she's took this route for activity, really.
Yeah.
So
that's something too I seen, because even whenever she's getting ready for fights, whatever else, she's putting in all the hard work, training in sweatsuits, you know what I mean, and then to get a walkover must be so frustrating. And then now at least she's got these opportunities for activity, and God help them. My opinion, you know what I mean? God help them.
So they're looking to line up a fight in the Ulster Hall here. I think it'll be a good test for her. Get another 1 or 2 in, maybe line her up with in a title fight or something, and then she can defend against that girl then.
Yes, okay.
You know what I mean? And I think that would do better.
Right, okay.
I don't know, but it's just me thinking. But
do you know who her opponent will be?
Not sure at the minute. There's a couple of names that they're throwing about on the circuit. But I think this girl will be coming from England, the boxer.
Right, okay.
There's one name. I can't say because obviously it's not. We don't know yet.
Yeah,
we don't know. So even by the time this episode goes out, I don't think it'll be out yet. So
yeah.
But there could be a girl traveling from across the water. But we'll see.
What did you think of Zoe's performance?
I thought
in there.
No, I thought she boxed well.
Even the difference in gloves. What was your sort of thoughts there too about that difference, and then maybe how she would handle the different pressure?
Kind of just mentally prepare. It was sort of mentally preparing her really for it. I genuinely wasn't worried about Zoe like going in the smaller gloves or anything. Zoe can punch like.
She can.
Zoe can she can punch when she sets herself correct. She can hit. So I wasn't really worried too much, but I thought she bossed it, and she wasn't really worried about it or anything, and she kind of done our last couple of pad sessions, or paddle sessions, were kind of in the smaller gloves to kind of let her get a feel of it, and no issues.
She took it all in her stride. To be fair, I seen there too, Zoe, that ring walk. The ring entrance song, unreal. I'm gonna shout you out for that.
It was good, wasn't it? Like it was. I was playing it for because she told me it was one song, so I was kind of expecting it. And then that this music started, I was like, "Flip, I've got her entrance wrong."
Yeah,
and I was kind of like, "But this is kind of good."
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And then, but no, it turns out she says, "No, I heard that one and I picked it and changed it." So, but no, it was good. Good crowd turned out for her.
Yes.
Like she done some amount of tickets for that as well. But very good on social media and stuff. So she is with her wee videos and that. So no, it was good. It was brilliant. I didn't see much of the show, obviously, because it was up the stairs.
Yeah.
But in the changing rooms, then I only kind of come out for hers. But no, she boxed great. She loved it. She absolutely loved it. And that's what she said. She was on buzzing for the next one. So
She's gaming. She's as game
again,
as they come.
just trying to keep her busy.
Yeah.
Trying to keep her busy.
For you, how does it feel for you? Obviously, because you put in a lot of time into your fighters. The ones you've had throughout the years, like Wee Preston, the Pac-Man, Zoe, everyone else. How does it feel for you? You know, whenever you're putting your fighter in a new situation, and you know, you maybe you think about the things that could go wrong or whatever else, or also the things that could go right. Do you get the nerve still for that for them?
Yeah, sometimes. So a wee thing of mine would be, I would always in my own head, I would do like a wee checklist, even if that's the fighters are walking the ring, you're in the ring waiting on them, or you're standing out the back waiting to walk with them. Mm-hmm. That's normally where I would be like checklisting in my head.
Right.
All the what ifs they were all covered. We've prepared for everything.
Yes.
So the nerves is it enough?
Yeah.
That they will hold on to it and just utilize. Do you know?
Yeah.
But and which they always do. They always do. But it'd be the odd one I would get nervous for. I don't know. I don't even know if I am nervous.
No.
I don't. Like, even coming back from Germany, I haven't even really. It was the same with the pro fights. I was literally off. I got off the plane and it was straight here.
Yeah. I try.
So it's like, I don't know at what point I'll be able to sit down and kind of properly go, Jesus. You know, that was mad. Like,
yeah,
you know,
you haven't had time to digest it.
no,
really, no.
not really. But it's kind of, I've been doing it that long now, and I've kind of been all around everywhere doing it on massive biggest stages in the world to the smallest. And it's kind of like, as soon as it's done, it's like, right, job done, next one.
Right. Okay.
In that sense,
Yeah.
I'll enjoy my time now while I'm here, but that's it, job done.
Yeah.
But I think it's literally just because for a long time, for me and the club and stuff, everything's been back to back.
Yeah. Quick succession.
It's like Zoe boxed the weekend prior to us going to Germany.
Yeah, true.
You know?
True.
But I'd sort of and then Preston, I think, was boxing like the weekend before or something. They were away fighting. I think was it the weekend? I can't remember. Something happened. Was it going on? But it was all kind of on the bounce. Everything's one up back to back.
Back to back. Yeah.
Like this weekend, we have sparring and then we're away to a box cup.
Yeah.
There's 5 or 6 of them away to a box cup.
They've all been getting prepared too.
Yeah, and then after that, there's different tournaments within the county interim championships and the Ulsters and stuff. There's a lot happening, so it's all going. Then Zoe's out again. I think it's October. I think that's the Ulster Hall bill.
Right.
October or November.
It's quick enough.
And he's away to Germany again December.
Yeah.
Like, we're near the end of September now.
That's crazy.
You know,
it flies
so it's like,
too.
yeah. So it all goes nuts. You'll be fighting as well. We looked October time, I think, for you as well, in the end of October. So yeah, I mean, it's all go.
Yeah.
And you see every night, like the gym's packed out, and someone's always boxing this weekend, or, you know.
Yeah.
And it's good, you know.
That's good buzz though to have. You know what I mean? Seeing, like, even for new beginners coming into the club, seeing that and seeing the people getting ready for the fight and what it takes. You know what I mean? Anyone in boxing, you know, will know themselves, but brilliant. Well done to Zoe.
Well done to Zoe too. Yeah, absolutely. What else has been happening that we need to recap on and catch up on and just kind of look back at?
Big fight this just passed there too. The one we done the video on.
Crocker Donovan. So even to date, I haven't seen it.
Right. Okay.
I've seen kind of the highlights. I saw before the bell come on. Obviously, I was in Germany, but so before the bell was on YouTube, so I kind of put it on my phone and propped it up on the table. But I wasn't sitting watching it. We were like getting his hands wrapped, stretching him, and you were kind of looking at it in glances.
Yes.
What round's that now? 5. Who's winning?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But this was the undercard and stuff. The only fight I well, no, I wouldn't even say I properly saw. I saw the most of. Well, no, I properly saw young Kyle Smith's fight.
Yes.
I saw his. I wanted to see that. His fight came on. He boxed, and then we left the hotel to go to the venue.
Right. Okay.
So I was able to see his. Then, so his was his. It was his fight actually. Was the one that I actually properly saw. And then I saw little bits of Matty Borland and Rudy.
Right.
Farrell
Yes.
boxing. I saw bits of that, and then I think it got cut off after that, and then it went to the main card. But my phone was sitting, and we were away
You were
then.
too occupied.
But I haven't. The Crocker fight was on, but I didn't. There was too much else going on. I didn't really see it, and bits that I did see. It's just more the highlights.
Yeah.
So
to be fair, I was working too, so I didn't get to watch the full fight or whatever else, and I didn't see much of the undercard. But what I can say is it's great for Irish boxing as a whole. You know, it was the first all Irish.
Two Irish guys fighting for a world title.
Yeah, world title. That's history.
Yeah, it is.
So something both men can be very proud of. Both of them, I feel like met each other at a similar level. I think Crocker too, changing the game plan was a big thing for him. You seen this difference in his shape, but then also when he shelled up again and then he threw that cracking, was it right hand he threw and he dropped Donovan?
Left hook.
Left hook, was it? Left hook, and he dropped him. Fair play to him. And then Donovan come rallying himself, getting the points as well too. Bit of controversy from what I heard. Some people said Donovan was robbed, and then others are saying, you know, there's no way, you know. But it's up to you guys to make that decision. But I've at the end of the day, Crocker won it, and the 2 knockdowns he scored too.
That's 2 10-8 rounds.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So fair play to the lads.
What I think I'll do whenever I get a chance to sit down and watch it is I'll sit down and I'll score it and see. I'll score it probably myself and see what I come up with and watch it kind of without the commentary on it.
Yeah. It makes a big difference, doesn't it? Windsor Park too, you know.
Yeah.
Home crowd.
But it'd be interesting. But like I said, the first time they fought, I done a video for Evolve Media that we're in asking stuff. And I had sort of says like Crocker, we haven't never really saw it loads, but Crocker can actually box.
Yeah.
You know,
That big amateur background too.
yeah. But everyone kind of seen him in the tight guard, heavy hitter. You know, loves a scrap. Yes, he does, but he can actually box.
Yeah.
You know, that's why the first time as well too, I was kind of like, I don't get what he's trying. I don't get what he's doing here against Donovan. But the second time round, he needs to do something different, and he did.
Yeah.
From what I saw, a lot of boys were texting me. Some of the senior lads, Big Taylor and stuff, was texting me from here. He's like, Crocker is literally just waiting, hanging back. Good hands are up, lead hands out.
Yeah.
Just waiting on him.
Yeah.
Just goes back to basics.
That's it, back to basics. Check hook too.
The southpaws are normally counter punchers, so judging from what I've heard, Crocker kind of stood back and let Donovan lead.
Yeah.
Countered him.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Quite smart.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. I definitely want to sit down and watch it. But it's getting the wee free hour just to sit down where I'm not going to get pulled away or you know what I mean. Which I'll have to do it in the early hours of the morning, no doubt. But
yeah,
I think what's the other one? Netflix.
Oh yes, yeah.
Canelo Crawford. Haven't seen it either.
You haven't seen it? No. I thought it was brilliant.
Seen none of it. I was sitting on the plane leaving Nuremberg to go to Amsterdam, and turns out he was from Mexico, the dude.
Right.
Sitting just in front of me, and I was on the aisle seat, had my earphones in, and I was looking. And I looked and I saw Canelo,
Yeah.
And then I saw Crawford. I was like, flip, he's got the fight on. Brilliant. So I repositioned myself. I was just sitting behind him watching it. But it was like just a camp video, you know, of the build-up.
Yeah.
So we got onto the bus afterwards, and I said to him in Spanish, I says, did you watch the fight? So he started going off. He goes, no, yeah, seen it. I wanted Canelo to win. He says, I'm Mexican, but like Crawford was outstanding.
Yeah.
But he was like, I don't understand what was wrong with Canelo and stuff. And he says, have you saw it? I says, no. I haven't. And he says, were you here were you in Nuremberg for boxing with him? And pointed to Andy. I says, yeah. And he goes, hard fight. I went, no, just no gloves, mate.
Yeah,
he was
no
fighting,
gloves.
He was fighting bare knuckle.
Yeah.
Fully sanctioned and stuff. And he goes, really? I says, yeah. He's saying there's a screw loose. Like he started to giggle, you know what I mean? But well, whenever I started speaking Spanish, it raised a few eyebrows. Like the ones we were over with and all were kind of like, what are you doing? I was like, I told you there's a lot you don't know about me.
Yeah, there you go. That's right. You lived in Spain, didn't you?
Lived there for a while. You spent a bit of time in Spain as well.
I did indeed. Enjoyed myself out there, to say the least. But
whereabouts in Spain were you?
I was just outside of Barcelona in Salou. It's a well-known holiday resort over here. But working in a few of the bars and stuff like that, doing that come in type stuff. But yeah, I learned a wee bit of Spanish, but not too much. I wouldn't say I'm fluent. Un poco hablar español. Un poquito.
So what were you? So you would have been out and saying, "Here, drink offers." And
that's it. I say to people, you got the time there, mate. Time for a drink, come on in. Things like that. You know what I mean? Or throwing the fishing hook out them and reeling them in.
Yeah, bringing them in.
That's it. Sure.
Did you find the accent helped you out there a bit?
Big style, yeah. The warmth to it, So people say, like, when you meet them around the world and you're from here, it sounds like we're singing because our like accents like me. You know what I mean? That's why it sort of flows. But no, people warm to you. They also find it hard to understand you too. So, but yeah, no, I love the Spanish people. Great people, and even the Mexican people too. I know a few Mexicans from my time in America doing the summer camp. Lifeguard.
Talk to me about that. What was that? Lifeguarding out there?
Yes, I was lifeguarding out there. Working at a kid's summer camp, Camp America. So it was great experience. Met a lot of people. Got a qualification out of it as well. So done a bit of traveling too through New York, Las Vegas. Wanted to do a bit more out the West Coast, but run out of money in Vegas. And then I went up there.
Put it all on the red.
Put it all on red. Lost it all. I'm my dignity. But what do you call it? Went up to Canada afterwards. Family up there. And done a bit more traveling with my sister and stuff. So it was good. Great crack. But yeah, that's about the height of it. But back to the Canelo and the Crawford. See, whenever you do get the chance to watch it too, you'll see. Maybe you've seen some of the highlights.
I've seen of Canelo and Crawford. I have saw nothing.
Oh, you'll be entertained. You will be very entertained. I think Bud Crawford just went out there and just outclassed him. You know what I mean? Canelo doesn't really throw the jab as much as you see in his fights. He sort of has a lead hook, but Crawford wasn't there to be hit. You know what I mean? And even when he was there. He was catching and countering, like the way you do in the gym, catch, counter. But it wasn't just like one punch counters, maybe 3-4 punch combinations. Mm-hmm. So, but it was brilliant
just
to see.
Took him to skill.
Yeah, it took him to skill in a lot of ways. I think Canelo even said himself, he was better than Mayweather, you know what I mean? So.
Okay, that's a big statement.
That was a big statement. I don't know if I'm correct in that, but I'm nearly 100% sure.
No, well, the wee Mexican guy I was talking to, that's what he said as well.
Yeah.
And he says, if anything, he actually should have looked at the Mayweather fight and learnt from it, going up against Crawford. But that was his opinion. But,
yeah.
No, I haven't seen that either, man. That's flipping.
Oh, you're missing out. Well, you're the coach. You should know.
I know.
Yeah?
I know. To be honest, when I kind of stepped away from the pro end of things, I was more just concentrated on the kid stuff, the amateur stuff, and I just disengaged from the pro bit for a wee while. You know what I mean? It was a bit.
A lot of bullshit with it.
A bit of bullshit came along with it, but it's like it's business, isn't it?
Yeah, this is it.
But so in terms of that, I wasn't really keeping up to date much with what was going on the pro side, and beforehand you were keeping an eye on the weights and looking at who's about and but
that doesn't maybe I suppose.
It doesn't. Now. But lately, the past sort of year or two, big fights really we'll just look at and whatever, but I haven't really been following the pro end as much as what I used to. But too much else on there as well. Like, you know what I mean?
Speaking of the pro end, like you're saying, great tragedy there with Ricky Hatton.
Yeah, that was really, really, really sad. Ricky was one of my, well, not just mine. I think, well, for a lot of ones watching, he was flipping. He was a hero and an idol of mine.
Yeah.
Like growing up, I was devastated, mate. I was devastated. I was actually sitting in a cafe in Nuremberg getting a coffee, and someone put a link in the group chat to say that he had died. And I was flipping devastated. He had his demons as well. You know what I mean?
Mental health, big thing. You know.
But let's talk about him, man.
Yeah.
Let's talk about him. What a career he had.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
And I don't think since him, no one has taken the amount of people across the world
That's
with him.
true. The amount of fans he had in Vegas, was it 45,000
Yeah.
people he brought
Something
over?
like that went over.
That's crazy. Or 10,000 for the weigh-in as
Yeah,
well.
that's right.
For the Mayweather
fight.
Yeah.
Michael Buffer actually said then as well. He says the last time there was this many Brits in America, he was burned down the goddamn White House. Yeah. But yeah, it was mental, absolutely mental. Whenever I was younger too, I always wanted to get the Ricky Hatton fight, and sadly I never got to. But I watched him coming up, so I did, like, through his career.
Yeah.
I still have the DVDs of him. They're actually down. They're in the gym here as well. Like all his knockouts up to Mayweather, and from he turned pro. You know, it's class. I have a couple of wee documentary ones, but the last documentary they did on him was class.
Yeah.
It's called Hatton.
Yes.
It kind of gave you a real good insight to everything, the business of boxing, how cruel and ruthless people actually are.
That's crazy.
But yeah, Ricky was he was the people's champion,
Yes,
wasn't
he was.
Never forgot where he came from. Kind of kept all the same mates.
Yeah.
You know.
It shows that in the documentary. You sent me it and told me to watch it, and I was surprised by that too. Usually the fame would get to people's heads and stuff, but it didn't get to him.
No.
He lived 5 minutes away, didn't he? From where he originally was grew up.
Yeah.
Too. So it shows you he embodied who he was, you know what I mean? So
I think that's why people loved him as well. Do you know? I think with sometimes a lot of like top level, not just fighters, but like celebrities, it's people's dreams to see them. Where with the Hattons, they were in America the one day conquering the world, and they were back in the bar having a Guinness the next day playing darts. They were very, very easily accessible.
Yeah,
people could touch them, and you know.
Yeah.
But he flipping great. I was in his gym. I was out at his gym a few times.
Did you meet him then?
So I met him twice. Yeah,
right.
Met him twice before, and the times we were out training in the gym, we were out for like other reasons, but I didn't see him then. But I saw him before that, and then I saw him again after that. But he, what was I going to say? I was going to say something there. Forgot now.
No,
but yeah,
sake,
but we're flipping. Yeah, we were out at the gym and stuff and whatever. And I think he actually had left a message one of the times we were out with one of the guys, one of the coaches there, and he says, "Tell the boys to give me a text tomorrow probably, and we'll link up." But I was like, "Look, I can't. We're flying out in the morning."
Right. Yeah.
You know, but no, unreal. Even to be in his gym and stuff was like, flip me. You know,
it's
see the belts and you see
surreal.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
if watching someone growing up, as you said, following them, their career, and then being there with them, you know, too. Yeah. I'm sure that was surreal.
Yeah,
there's a picture of him there on the wall too in the gym too.
There is,
it just shows you. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. There is, yeah. He's flipping the wee banner of him there. Yeah, it's cracker. But no, he was one of my idols. But yes, at the times I sort of met him, I didn't. Like the technology wasn't as good, but I didn't even jump to like get a picture, you know.
Right,
I was just kind of like, just happy to have a couple of minutes, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that's more special. I think.
It is, yeah.
You know,
it is, yeah. But anytime after that, anytime I met anyone, I always think I always try and get a picture, like if I can, you know. Met Larry Holmes when I was in Saudi. That was a mad one.
Has he not got like the greatest jab of all time?
Yeah,
Larry Holmes. Yeah,
incredible. Like it was really, really good. It was good to meet him, and he was literally just standing there.
Yeah.
I remember turning and going, fucking Larry Holmes.
Did you not have like a wee interaction with him?
I did, yeah.
You were telling me about.
Yeah, we were
Tell
chatting
me
and he
about
was
that.
talking about the jab and stuff and all, and like how do you throw it and can you box and all this. That was good, like.
Yeah.
But he had says he threw his jab like a guy in a shower with a towel. I was like, what do you mean? Rather than like pop it out, snap it.
Yeah.
Boom, boom.
Yeah.
You know, but
Like the crack on the end of it.
yeah.
He had get one lamb.
But you go to shake his hand and he turns his left hand to get you. So I always noticed when I was in Saudi, anytime I seen him, he always had a bottle or something in his hand.
Right, why's that?
I don't just think
Yeah.
there's maybe a wee illness or
Right, okay.
maybe a disability or something there. But I was just standing with him, and I remember standing beside him, going like, "You're not that big, mate."
Really?
You know, like not in a bad way, but you know,
yeah.
you're like just looking at him. You're like Muhammad Ali,
yeah.
Larry Holmes. These are giants.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
you're just looking. You're like, he's not much taller than me. Like.
Yeah, you see them in real life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not much taller than me. And then I remember seeing a pair of Muhammad Ali's boxing shorts, and the size of the waist on it. I was looking at that, going, "This was tiny, like a small enough wee waist, like
Yeah.
you know,
Seems able to float like a butterfly now.
sting like a bee."
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But no, it's sad. Like sad about Hatton.
Yeah.
So it is really, really, really is. But
Even there in the documentary, seeing him and his relationship with his coach too.
yeah,
That was quite special. You see that between fighters and coaches, and it sort of reminded me of you a bit. You know what I mean? The way basically a young fighter comes into the gym, and then you nurture them. You know what I mean? And look, make sure you turn that nurture and the next stage and the next stage and the next stage to where they want to get to. I can see similarities there, even with Kakache, for example. You know, I don't know the full extent of the relationship that you used to have, but even whenever I first started, I seen Kakache in the gym, and he's an animal. He's an absolute animal.
Yeah, he is, yeah.
And you know, you used to had a great relationship as well, and to see that there too, it sort of reminded me just a wee bit of there's a wee bit of business in boxing. You know, even what Michael was saying from the last podcast, boxing's a business, you know, and it showed there how the product, which is a human being, the fighter, is exploited as well.
oh yeah, there's that's one thing where all the young kids as well, like when they think about going to turn pro, they think it's like the Mayweather lifestyle, but that doesn't come unless you're going in with good sponsors or whatever.
Yeah.
Everyone's out to make a quid or two off you.
Yeah, seen that with his dad.
Well, there you go.
There you go. Seen that with his dad.
So they had a wee bit, but there's even a perfect example. If stuff like that came out and that was the dad like getting kind of accused of that stuff and kind of getting found out for manoeuvring money or whatever.
Yeah.
If that is blood relative, these strangers
Yeah, well, they're going to
coming to you, like, what are they going to do?
Yeah. Well, they're going
Just
to do
shows you, like, you know what I mean?
Definitely. Even Eubank said it there about the promoters. Eubank Junior.
Yeah.
You know.
He did. And do you know what, too? See, whenever he called everybody out and said and done what he said, what he did. But I remember laughing, going, like, he's not lying.
Yeah, it's the fighter who's in charge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, the relationship with Hatton and Billy Graham was it was special. And before I watched that documentary as well, the latest one they done on him, and it was good to see Billy actually talking because he was such a massive part of it. And then obviously got done out of money and stuff and whatever. The fallout came and but they'd spent so much time together and like they both needed, I think, each other at a time.
Definitely.
They were good for each other. And it was like Billy was able to develop him, take him to a certain level point, and then these people who've never done anything step in and go, he's no good for you no more.
Yeah. That's
and
crazy.
then he changed to. He went to did he go to Mayweather Senior after that?
That was crazy. That was a bit of a
Did you
crazy
see that
move.
in the documentary
Yeah, I
when he
did.
was getting geared up to fight Pacquiao? Like?
Yeah, and he was hammering him with a medicine ball.
Interesting bit in the documentary when it's showing you that. I think it's a Mexican guy sitting and he goes like, "We all knew it was wrong.
Yeah.
We all knew.
But no one jumped in.
Why?
Didn't care about him. Money. Yeah, money.
He doesn't fight, they don't get paid.
That's it. That's true.
So they all knew there was an issue and it wasn't right.
Yeah.
But no one. I remember watching it and that's what I thought. I was like, if it was that big a deal and you cared that much about him, why did no one speak up?
Yeah, yeah. That's it. And then he ended up losing that fight. So he did, because obviously all
Yeah.
the training that he had
Yeah.
at the Floyd
Aye,
Mayweather
just
Senior gym.
Burnt out.
Yeah, burnt
Overtrained.
him out. Yeah,
Overtrained. But it's mad. There's a clip Billy Graham says in it. He says he came to see me. And he says I looked at him and I was like, you don't even need to say it. I know why you're here.
right. Yeah, yeah.
And he says, but what I will say is, who's going to look after you now?
He was right.
And when you look at his career thereafter,
No one was there for him the way
not really.
Billy was.
Everybody was there for, wanted to be seen to be carrying his bags or to be flipping, doing whatever.
Yeah,
All to
Money.
get a couple of quid from him potentially, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like sad. And then he obviously spiraled really.
Yeah.
And while he had his family and like his missus, his kids and stuff, like literally just felt alone.
yeah.
That he
And
had
the
to-
immense pressure he had to deal with
I know.
too. Yeah, it's crazy. And like, even there in the documentary, it says, I think his dad said, you know, it's crazy how, you know, like these coaches or whatever else don't feel grateful. You know, I'm bringing my son to the gym here, and like, you know, this is a young boy or whatever reason. I'm sure you get it in the gym here too, where you get young fighters coming in or young people wanting to train boxing, but it's the coach who instills the belief into the fighter, and like I said, nurtures them from stage to stage to stage. So I found that a wee bit cheeky, to be honest with you. Yeah, it'll be like almost like Preston or something like that, you know. And he's doing very well, being mentioned in the government buildings and stuff. Is saying,
Yeah,
you know,
that's right. Yeah.
being mentioned in government buildings. You know, it's like almost like, not saying that this would ever happen or they would ever say that, because I know they wouldn't, but you know, being like, you should be grateful my son's here, but realistically, you know, the credit's owed to the coach in a lot of ways too. And I think that a lot of people, you know, maybe outside the sport don't realise that, you know. You know, what do I know? Like I'm only in it for like about 2 years now. I've been doing it, you know, for a year and a half ago or something whenever I started, but seeing these things, it's like it opens your eyes up, you know, to the business of boxing. Even the case with the journeyman too, you know, and how like the records are built. It's a business, you know.
It is,
and
yeah.
A lot of people, unfortunately, are exploited by that business, and it neglects the person and the human being.
Sometimes as well, when like they get to a point and you know they're in fights, he's ducking him. Sometimes it's not the case. Sometimes the fighters are literally just at a point in their lives where it's all about the money.
Yeah.
You know, and I have a couple of fights left here. You know what I mean? I've dedicated my 20 odd years of my life to this.
Yeah. You might get something out of it here.
Yeah.
You know?
But it's kind of like mentioned it in previous episodes. It's like you're kind of so you've mentioned Preston, with the likes of Preston. You do little things with them to try and build his little profile up around the time. When he goes to boxing shows now, people kind of come up and speak to him. And that's what I was saying to him. That's good. These will follow you from you're young. Everyone's dream is to turn and be a world champion. And it's not impossible. But when you do turn over, these are the people that you're relying on for your tickets.
Yeah.
And so building his profile from young, watch them. It's a journey.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Remember you fighting in the All Irelands or the county, your first All Irelands or your first county anthems or whatever. Now look, you know,
Yeah.
these people follow him, and it's good.
A lot of one-on-one time there too. You've built the relationship there with Preston, for example, as well, and even all your other fighters. Built that relationship, and it's almost impossible to replicate that again. You know what I mean? Especially from such a young age. You know, with Billy and Hatton. You know, how could you replicate that? You know. I'd seen something there too. I think you'd sent me it. the poor fella Billy too. He said, left flowers. Said sorry, I couldn't be there for
Sorry,
you.
sorry.
Mate.
Yeah, I know
That's
that was sad, wasn't
You know
it?
what I mean? So
That was sad. That I seen that there. I was like, oh, flip me, like, you know what I mean. But I think I think the spoke. I think the spoke in recent years.
yeah,
But obviously, I don't think the relationship was ever
fully
properly repaired. I hope it was, and it was maybe done out of the public eye.
right. Yeah,
I hope it was for Billy's sake and for Hatton's, because
yeah,
they had some highs and some lows, and the trainers there more than most.
yeah.
You
So
know,
even though he's getting injections in his hands,
Yeah.
that reminded me of you, obviously with your accident and stuff. Mm-hmm. When you're doing the pad work as well, but there he's getting injections in his hands, and he's putting himself through these training camps. Destroying his own body for the fighter because of the
and
belief in him.
is the least paid out
Yeah.
of everyone in the packing order.
That's crazy. That is absolutely nuts. That's absolutely nuts. Did they even think that?
Managers get anywhere between 15 to 25%. Coaches only get 10.
Yeah.
They spend the most time with the boxers, put in the most hours and stuff and whatever. But when you look at the percentages, sometimes in the breakdown in the pro game, it's like, it's just mental. Like,
but it's almost as well too. Like, it's not the boxer himself making these decisions. It's like all the wee vapors around the boxer. You know what I mean?
well, I think most boxers all come from working class backgrounds.
yeah,
A lot of them don't have great education. All they really know is how to fight, and I think sometimes they do get exploited by kind of the silver spoon in the mouth people. If that makes
does
am I
make
saying
sense.
that right?
Yeah.
Who are a bit more educated with numbers and whatever.
Yeah.
That's where your team you do have to have a good team, and you have to be able to trust people. Like,
Yeah.
and it's hard when you build trust in them, and then we stories get sent left and back, and then you're listening, going, half of that shit is bullshit.
Yeah. Have you had that experience?
A couple of times, like,
Yeah.
yeah. But I've reached a point in my life where I really don't care for people's opinions. Don't feed my kids, so or you know what I mean. Don't keep the roof over my head or whatever. So
yeah.
I've had it from I was young. You know what I mean. I've touched on it in a couple of episodes as well. Like, that's why I always say to all the young ones, what do you want to be? You can achieve whatever you want. Mm-hmm. Whenever I was younger and talking in the boxing clubs and at home and stuff about what I wanted to do, like, I got laughed at.
Yeah.
Their heads away.
Aye.
Well, look at all the pictures on the wall. Go and Google everything. It's all there. I did it.
Yeah. So you did.
You know what I mean? I were able to achieve it. But and that's what I say to them all. Anything is possible. That's what I said to you loads as well. Like, nothing's impossible.
Mm-hmm. And
you just have to rewire and reprogram yourself to be different to everyone else. Don't care. They will laugh sometimes at your objectives and your goals and what you're doing. What are you doing, you madman?
Yeah.
But you are who you surround yourself with.
100%.
And if you surround yourself with 3 wasters, you'll become the 4th.
100%.
And that's it. And that's kind of the structure within the gym as well. That's why we changed the classes up in here.
Yeah.
Keep fitters training on one night. Well, everyone that's fighting and striving are all together.
Yeah.
Because everyone feeds off, and you've seen it with Andy, Zoe, Preston, and all Junior and Jack, and all the ones that have all been going away. Everyone's feeding off the next person.
Yeah.
You see, like Zoe won her fight and text Andy, straight after it. I've said that, so you're right next weekend, no pressure.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? No pressure.
Yeah.
And but that's it, But it's you can achieve whatever you want, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise. People that just accept kind of maybe the estate mindset or the town mindset can't understand when you start saying, I'm going to travel the world, I'm going to go to Spain, and I'm going to be this, and I'm going to be...
You go against the grain a bit.
Yourself, mate. Well, you know what I mean? Go and get a job or go and sign on the... No, actually.
Yeah. you want more for yourself. You know what I mean? And I can relate to that in ways too. That's why as well, like coming down here and spending time with the fighters and the boxers and the coaches too. I prefer it now. You know what I mean? I prefer it rather than running about the town or going out for a drink on the weekends or something like that, or hanging about with people who, not saying my friends, but I'm saying like just randoms, hanging about with randoms, talking to randoms about nothing. You know what I mean? And then, but when you're here, you're with that, that mindset and these people who are trying to do something with their lives.
Yeah.
And this is a great outlet for that, down here at the club and all boxing clubs.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's about the height of it. Like,
what has been your kind of highlight of the whole Punchline podcast there?
My highlight.
What's been your best kind of wee moment of it, or good favorite episode, or?
Yeah, I really liked Andy's episode, and that's not just bigging up Andy. I'm not sucking ours here, like, but what do you call it? Andy. I like Andy's episode, and I liked actually being there first time behind the scenes there too.
With Marty.
With Marty, yeah. I said Michael earlier. Apologies. He has a great handshake. Marty. So he
tell a lot about him, man.
It does tell a lot about him, man. But yeah, that, and then being asked to come and do these things with you it makes me feel good, like you know. And then doing that wee video there the other day, having a bit of crack, taking off a bit, obviously with the fight and all going on as well. A few people said to me, "Oh, no, well done, Chris," and all. You know what I mean?
Well, you're gonna be our like, what's the word? The community engagement man.
There you go.
You're gonna be
I do it, no sweat. No worries. But yeah, that's been my highlight, doing that. Spend time with you guys, with Jack too. He takes a lot of time to edit the videos and big time commitment for you as well. Like, you're doing the coaching and you're doing this here. It's a lot of work. But yeah, that's it. Like, to be fair, I enjoyed doing that wee video. It reminded me of being in Spain and doing that. Come in, type bit of crack or whatever. Bit different, like, but no, it was good.
Oh no, the wee video got like it got loads of comments, like. And actually, people with this is the bit that's good. Actually, wrote in and goes, "Why don't I would love to see this the next time?" Or we'll not share them now, but we're going to keep them in the pipeline.
Yeah.
And try and roll a few things out. But yeah, I think the next goal possibly is to try and look for a sponsor maybe for the episode.
Right. Okay.
There is plans. We'll have episodes actually in Spain to go. There's two people out there that want to sit down with us and get a chat. One of them was a big influence in my life growing up as well. Boxer, professional, won a couple of titles and stuff.
Yeah.
They still keep in touch with me, Emiliano. So I think the next stage for us is to try and secure that on a trip and go international, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be good. Like, that'd be good. And a great opportunity as well, bit of crack too with the lads.
Okay, no, it's good. Yeah, 100%.
Spitting Spanish game too. A few Latinos running about.
Yeah, if any Latinos are watching this and
you gotta let them know.
Yeah, need a carrick man with a good beard coming on.
There you go.
There you go. Just contact Chris Cash.
That's it.
Where can they find you? Where can people find you?
You can find me at Chris Cashagram, just my Instagram. Yeah, don't be looking me up on Facebook or nothing like that. There, I'll not. I don't use Facebook.
Are you on OnlyFans or anything?
Oh no, not yet, mate. Not yet. Next week, you know what I mean.
Signing up. Listen, I spent a bit of time.
See that episode you done there too
with Megan O'Neill.
Oh, I was saying nothing.
Yeah, they listen. Megan come on the episode, and I spent the weekend with her there and at the fights. And I kind of got a wee bit of a chat there about things. I literally came home considering it. Like, if I was in the shape I was in years ago and it was something, I hands down, I probably would have been.
Would you? Would you? Right enough, like
probably would have done it. Like,
I'd be scundered. I'd be too scundered.
But no, it's class.
Sure, just do it now, mate.
Why not?
Might as well.
Why not? I would probably be worth.
Now we're getting to the punchline.
Now we're getting to the punchline. I would probably be worth more now if I did it, than I would have been before. But I've more of a dad bod now than a flipping a good kind of beach bod.
Well,
But
sure,
you know
that's
what I
what
mean?
they like, apparently.
Apparently,
You know what I mean?
apparently so.
This is it.
I was told that apparently so. The kind of the bodybuilder kind of muscular types won't get people watch it on TV. It's like that's not.
There's something wrong with them boys' heads. You know what I mean? Don't want to look like that. You know what I mean? Don't want to look like that. No good. But
Oh, wild! Absolutely wild. But would it be like if you got the opportunity to go into it? Would you do it?
what, the OnlyFans?
The OnlyFans.
No, mate, no way. I'm going to head around there here. No way. No way. No way. I'm not fair play to people who do it or whatever, you know, but no chance. I could not do that there. You know what I mean?
But you wouldn't have to go on and like take your track bottoms or anything off. Like you could go on there. From what I hear, like people are into all sorts. Could I just like be
self-eat pics?
Yeah. And could they like chat tell you and all? Like, do you wear a ring? Yeah. Can I be the ring? And this, it's mad. Like some of the stuff's mad. I would. I think if I went into it now, I would try and do anyone with a hand fetish.
That's
and
it.
Maybe just
get the hands out.
Maybe just show the hands.
That's it. Get the hands out.
Maybe just show the hands. I don't know.
No.
But it's a flipping. There's money and everything.
There
but
is.
then at that too, like everyone gives off, and like kind of would criticize the likes of Megan and stuff that is flying with it. Like
yeah.
she knows how to do it. But everyone would criticize and critique her. But I mean, she is making. She's making her wage, and she's living the lifestyle.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's
do
it.
you,
Well,
do you,
play.
do you think, and it is a genuine one? Whenever I spent the weekend with her talking, like, I would love to ask people, even in the comments under her videos, do you genuinely think she cares what you says?
Yeah.
Because she doesn't.
No chance. Yeah, and she's doing the fighting too.
She's fighting in the BKFC, in November. So that'll be a good one. I'm hoping we'll maybe have nothing on and I'll maybe get across and watch it.
Yeah.
Be good to see, like.
Yeah.
So it would be good to see. You maybe come along as well.
There
We could
you
maybe
go.
do something with the podcast.
Yeah.
For it. We'll see. If you have any ideas, if any of the viewers watching have any ideas for anything else out in the public that you would like to see maybe me or Chris get up to, messages and we'll get it done. This could be a new thing.
This could be, yeah. Yeah, let us know, folks. Let us know.
Are you up for doing a couple of challenges or dares?
Oh,
or?
100%. That's it. 100%. Within reason.
The power lies at the end of your keyboard, folks. So if you want to see him up doing anything or us out and about,
yeah,
messages or comment below.
And the most liked comment, you'll go with the most liked comment. As long, within reason, within reason. So make it a good one. Make it a good one.
So what's the boundaries?
I don't know now. Like boundaries. Don't have boundaries.
Don't have boundaries. He's saying within reason. Just fires across whatever you're thinking. I'm not kissing him though.
That's it. Oh, come on, Ian. Come on. Just one.
Absolutely not.
Just one.
Absolutely not. Flip sick. Well, I don't know. Maybe if the money's right.
That's it. If the money's right. The surname's money and the surname's
so
money.
it is. Chris Cash. Yeah,
there you go.
The man with the cash.
That's it.
Folks, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. This has just literally been a wee recap one because everything has been manic. And we haven't been able to shoot the way we've normally been shooting, just obviously with being back and forth and stuff. But again, appreciate all the continued support. Appreciate all the messages we are getting regarding the episodes and stuff. Keep liking, keep following, keep subscribing, keep sharing. And until next week, peace out.
Peace out. Thanks for having me.
There you go.
Happy days.